Hi guys, welcome all. This is continuation of Angular tutorial for beginner, and in this video we'll see data binding in Angular. So for that, there are several ways to bind data from component to view and from view to component. So the very first one we'll follow is string interpolation. And before moving ahead, let's discuss a few points like data type in Angular. So in Angular, there are few data type we frequently we use. For example, suppose if you are creating any custom object or anything. So for example, like let's give as ID. So ID can be of number type. So this is one data type, and there is also string data type. For example, name. So name would be as string data type. And if you don't know any data type that what for a property what would be the data type, then you can specify as any for that property, for example any. So whatever the value will be for this variable, it will assign that to this variable, and it will at the runtime decide what would be the data type. Might be it would be array or string or number or anything. And here also, as in other language, we have boolean. So here also we have boolean data type. So something like that, boolean. And how to declare those variable? So to declare those variable, just you need to specify the variable name, column, and data type. That's it. This is the only thing we need to do to declare any variable. So let's assign some value to the name. So here name is already created, so it won't allow. Here itself I'm doing that. This is just to show you that how to create data type in the variables in this. So I'll create name equal to, in single quote, that would be Ram. And first thing I'm going to describe here is data binding by using string interpolation. So all these variable for which you are not giving any private or public kind of thing, so it would be public by default, and this will be available to the HTML component. So if you want to print this value here, so let me remove all these and let me write a div, and in this div I'm just trying to print the value. So for that you need to use double curly braces, and in that you need to specify the variable name which we have created, that is name, and this value will be printed on the screen. So to save, control KS, everything got saved. So run is displayed. So this string interpolation works in one way only. For example, if you have anything in your component.ts file, so those value will be reflected in your corresponding view. So whatever value we have, you just want to bind that value, bind that data to view, to display or other purpose. So you can use string interpolation. Second one is property binding. So in property binding, what we'll do, we have some properties in our component file, and we want to make use of those property in our HTML file dynamically in runtime. So how we'll do that? So for that, for example, suppose here I'm creating one anchor tag that will refer as a link, and here in href the property binding sign is you need to create curly the angular bracket, and in that, not angular bracket, the capital bracket, and in that whatever the value property we want to bind to this href, so that property will specify component. For example, in href I'm trying to give URL of flipkart.com. So let me open flipkart.com to, you can use that. So flipkart.com, and this flipkart.com I copied from here and I have created here as Flipkart. This variable I have created, and here I have given the URL name. That's it. And this URL will be dynamically appended to this href. So while redirecting, while clicking this anchor link, this value will be picked from the component and it will host that URL. So here I have created Flipkart, copy this, and here we can use it. And here we can say that Flipkart. Save it. Control K. Yes. So in our application, Flipkart. Once we click on Flipkart, so it will open the Flipkart website, the website which we opened here. So in this way we can do property binding. Other way, let's back to our project. In other way, if I'm removing this value, so what it will do, it will not bind this property, the value it has in our component. It will directly try to host this Flipkart string only. So let's see what is the problem with this here. So Flipkart, it is treating as anchor link. Once we click, so whatever value is there in double quote, it will be append to the URL. That's it, Flipkart. So there is nothing like that. So that's why it get back to the same page. So to dynamically href read this property value, the property value it has in component, to bind this property value, we are saying this Angular component, Angular href, that hey, you need not to send this value directly to the browser, but you have to read this value from the component and then make use of it. So in this way we can do property binding in Angular. Another way is event handling. So property binding works from component to HTML. String interpolation, whatever data we have in our component that we are trying to print on screen, on browser. And in property binding, whatever property we have, so we want to make use of those property in runtime. This is because suppose today I have some URL, tomorrow I want to change it, so I can change it from the global location, and here we need not to make any changes. We can feel free from any changes from here, so we can make use of this property binding. Third one is event handling. So to understand event handling, so before that let's see how to create methods in Angular. To create methods in Angular, we just give the method name. So for that, handle page, just I'm giving a method name as a handle page. Just create like this a method and give the curly braces. That's it. This is the way to create a method. Method is created. Now what this handle method will do, suppose here I have declared one variable. I have declared one variable as a Flipkart, and this would be of a string type. This would be a string type. In a string it would be, yes, it would be this small. And here in handle page I'm just trying to assign this value to this Flipkart. This Flipkart. And to use any variable of a class, we need to use this keyword. If you use directly name, it won't accept. It will throw error. So for that, we need to use this keyword. This is saying that use the current instance of use the Flipkart of the current instance, not other instance. So this is done, and now what I'll do. So in this HTML file, instead of href, here I'll create a div, not div, I'll create a button, and in button I'll apply a click event. So event will be annotated as a small bracket. So whatever is there in this would be the built-in events that is there in Angular. So if we want to handle click event, then we will just specify the click. This is already built in, and on this click of this button what will happen? So on this click of button, I'm just trying to call this method, whatever I have created here. So I want to call this method. So whenever I click on this button, so I want to call this method, and on calling of this method will be invoked, and I'm trying to print this value, this Flipkart value, on a console.log, and in log I'm trying to use Flipkart, this dot Flipkart. Okay. So whenever I click on the button, this will assign the value to this variable, and it will print on the console. So let's save all, and let's give the button name so that we can identify. Here let's give as a click me. Save all, go ahead browser, button is here, click me. To move that, another thing is to next line just put a br here. Fine. So once I'll click here, so at console I'll see the log messages which will be printed there. So let me click here. So see, this is the string URL which I have assigned there. If you want to debug your code, so you can do here, you can go in source, and whatever your file name, you can search for that. File name is app component.ts. So you can debug your app component.ts file in browser source section. So you can just press Ctrl O and open app component.ts file. App component.ts file. This is the file. Console.log Flipkart. This is the method. Here you can put a breakpoint, and you can see, you can observe here. Once you click here, this method will be invoked. So control came here, it assigned the value to this variable, and next it is trying to print value there. So this is the way we use event handling. So how this works is, the property binding we have seen is their information or data is flowing from component to HTML. But here in event handling, any instruction or handling or data passes is happening from view to controller. Controller in the sense from HTML to component. For example, suppose you want to pass some information from here. You can put in an argument, and here you can create a variable in this argument, and you will receive values here. So we are trying to handle the events which is performed by user on the page, and correspondingly we want to perform some action, so that action will be performed in the component file here. So here the flow will happen from view to controller. The next one value is two-way binding. This all about a one-way binding, but now the one more binding is data binding is in Angular, that is two-way binding. So for example, suppose I'll create one. Let me remove all. So here I'll create one input element that will take value from user, and here I'll use banana inside box. This is the syntax which you use for two-way binding. So inside that we use ng model. Ng model will be used for two-way binding, and the syntax is like this. And this will be bind with a variable that is there in our component. So in our component we have one variable. So this is the name variable that I'm binding with HTML with this two-way binding as a property. So once I'll save, so Control KS. So what I believe is it will give some error, because this ng module is using in forms element. This input element belongs to forms module. So in forms module, if we are using something from forms module and we are not importing in our app module here import section, then it will give error. Let's make sure that error is there or not. Yeah, it is not recognizing ng model in the input element. So to recognize this, we have to use uh, forms module in our import section, so that whenever it will face ng module, it will try to look into app model, that is it there or not. So we have to import this forms module, and then once we save, then it will recognize. And in this, if we are entering some value, so verify that is it taking from there or not. So I'll create one h1 tag, and here I'll print this value, the entered value, that is name, and I'll save it. So good browser, now error is gone, and whatever I'll type here, so that value will be reflected in the below. So if I'll type hello, so it is the value is flowing from let's see, value is flowing from view to component here in this component, and from the component the value we are reading is name. So value is going from here to from view to controller, from controller to view. And in the other way, if I'm trying to assign some value initially to this variable, let's say uh, initially I have assigned some value like this, hello, inside single quote, hello. So whenever I refresh this page, so this hello will be uh, appended to the input box. Let's save this, and let's see, initially hello is here. So if you want to use from data from controller to view or view to controller, it will handle in both direction. And syntax for this two-way binding is this. So this is the two-way binding, and in this session we have seen string interpolation, property binding, event handling, and two-way binding. So in next session we'll see some more concept of Angular. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.